Some of you saw this guy soundly. Went out to the Lake Pontchartrain train transmission lines, and it appears like that these transmission lines are bending down convex, as if the Earth were convex round. And if you've been watching me, obviously you understand that that's not what reality is. Reality is like in this graphic I depict here. The light is bending up more than the concave curvature of the Earth. So if you're an observer over here, your sight line is going to kiss the ground or kiss the sea and rise back up. So all the objects in the distance beyond that point, there's going to be a cutoff line. It's going to be occluded. So this is the erroneous assumption that light is straight, and provided much good information for you to understand that light is actually curving up. This video here I talk about how we have a radio antenna in the center of the Earth. It's an absorptive octahedral antenna, and so all that energy is going to be bending up toward the center, just as in this radiation pattern. It's a dipole radiation pattern of antennas, antenna energy. And so that's what's happening here. See how the edge here, it's curving up more than the curvature of the Earth? And so it gives you a false curvature. It gives you a faux curvature, a false convex curvature. And so because of that curving light, the optical illusion that takes place is that the sky will appear to be a dome surrounding you, but instead it's curving the other way around. So I showed that there. So if you can understand that light bends up, that theodolites, like I mentioned before, if you point a theodolite in 4 cardinal angles, you're going to get different measurements, different deviations of light. It's not that the Earth is shaped one way, it's curved more one way than it is the other. That's impossible. So you have to conclude that it's the variation of the bending of the light that is creating that. And so it's going to give you the illusion of convexity. This is another video I talked about where there is apparent curvature at high altitudes, well, even apparently at low altitudes as well, because of the light that's bending up more than the curvature of the Earth. This is another video I made where I busted Cody's assumption that he's living on a ball by him, just people's ignorance, that they don't understand that light is bending up. And like if you're at this point here on a convex ball and light is straight, your point is tangenting over here and then it's rising up like that. However, if you're inside this concave Earth and your point is over here, the light is bending and is tangenting over here and it's rising up like that. And so the distance, or the the calculated radius of the Earth is going to be virtually the same. And let's see here. In my 3D app, I show you here, okay, this is a profile view of the concave Earth, or just, it's not to scale. I just help you understand how the light is bending up. But the bottom curved line is the curvature of the Earth, and the top curved line is the trajectory of curved light. If you were on a convex ball, the bottom curve would be the convex curvature of the false Earth, and then you have this straight line of sight which is tangenting, somewhere very nearby. If we zoom in real close here, let's go right there. Let's say you're over here at the first transmission line tower, and light is straight. It's apparently it's going to tangent somewhere, and then eventually it's going to start lifting off the surface like that. See how it lifts off like that? However, that's not reality. Reality is, pull this one up here. This is reality, where you're over here initially. Let's say you're at this point, a little bit higher than the first tower, and that curved light, initially it's going to be angled down, but it's always curling up, basically. You can angle it down, but it's still curling up. You know what I mean? The trajectory is still curling up. So it tangents somewhere. Let's see, maybe over pull it back a little bit here. Let's start. Okay. It tangents and then it rises. And because of the curvature, it has to see it because there's an antenna in the middle of heaven, in the middle of the earth. Your light trajectory has to curve more than the curvature of the earth. That's just how it goes. And see, now you see it starting to rise like that. So in a preview mode here, looking perspective wise, this is just with no curvature if it's flat, but if we morph that down like that, you see how it curves like that. Well, that's that's what we observe basically, where that green line is tangenting. Obviously, I've exaggerated the curve here, or that green line is tangenting the water. But if we go to the reality, where light is bending up, this is how we would see it. Okay, so let's pull it over about right there. So this is our trajectory line. It's starting above the water. It kisses the water, and then it rises up higher than the towers into the distance. It takes off like that. This is just a shadow here. Okay. Hopefully that's pretty simple to understand. It's pretty clear what's happening here. Okay. All right, and remember, I want to keep stressing that the galactic equator and the sun always intersect during the solstice. And this is what you guys just have to keep stressing to, whether they're flat earthers or convex ball earthers with heliocentric viewpoints. There's no precession to the equinox. Just keep stressing that. I mean, they're quiet. It's crickets on their side. They don't want to address this. And it's a time bomb waiting to go off. So understand you're living inside, and for the most part, people out there, you've been duped. It's a divine dupe. Thanks.